Shaun here from AMD. We've stolen away from testing for a moment just to have a chat. So we've got Mark Blundell out today, and we've also got the two Hondas. We've got Sam Tordoff and Rory. How's it all going, first of all?
Fantastic, except for the weather. It's proving a bit tricky, but actually March at Silverstone, you can't expect much better. But we've had a bit of wet running, first of all, which is great because we have a new Dunlop tyre this year in British touring cars, which is much softer and a different construction. So that was good to get some proper wet weather running this morning. So that was good. Good feedback from all the drivers as well. So that's really good stuff. Then we had some dry running as well. So Mark did get some dry running, which is what he needed. I've got to say the first impressions very, very good. His first time into Cops, he wasn't steady. Let's put it that way. So I was pleased because that's what you want. Okay. You want your driver to be committed and really feel the car, and I think he'll be fine. So actually, that was a really good thing.
Brilliant.
And good feedback from the car. Yeah. Now we're going through various different setup changes because obviously this is his first run in the car. He needs as many laps as possible, so he's confident when we come to Brands Hatch for the first race. He's happy with who his team members are.
Yeah.
He's happy with the internals of the car, where all the switches are, all the procedures of coming into the pit lane. It sounds really easy, but when they come in, they have to go to map 4 to keep the engine cool, and that's not as easy as it sounds, because actually in the whole stress of everything going on, you've got to turn it to map 4, put your foot on the throttle, foot on the brake, slow it down, let them go up in the air, take your foot off the brake. And it just takes time. There's nothing else you can do except for just time. Repetitive. You just need to do it over and over again. Okay. But the good thing is with Mark, we've got the most experienced driver on the touring car grid, but just not experienced in touring cars. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing.
I see.
But he'll be absolutely fine, and I know how seriously he's taking it. So really looking forward to it.
Brilliant. We're all really excited. Actually, you can see him go around Silverstone of all tracks. It was a real sort of treat, really, for us. A little bit of that on that. Actually, elaborate a little bit more on the schedule. It's quite hectic. It's today here at Silverstone, but we've got tomorrow at Oulton Park, I think. Yes. And then we've got next week onto Knock Hill as well. Right. So what are you, a little bit about what you're really trying to achieve? You've said it there a little bit about what today's about. How is the progression now and for the next two sessions, and then obviously coming on to the big one, which is Brands Hatch?
Well, I suppose it changes the usefulness of testing. It depends on the weather. That's the key thing. This time of year you can't rely on what the weather's going to be like. We were out mid-February, and it was like a summer's day two or 3 weeks ago. It was the warmest I've ever been at Donington. So they're fantastic. But now we're here, and it's obviously a bit grimmer. But it's actually quite warm. But it's just raining. So, but that's fine. The key thing is when you have a driver new, doesn't matter how experienced he is time in the car. That's the key thing. And also different tracks that we're going to, because with touring cars, once we start the season, we can't test again. Right. So there's no more testing unless you've already been to that track. So that's key. So that's why we're spreading going to here. We went to Donington, then went to Snetterton, then went to Silverstone here, then we're at Oulton Park, as you say, and then up to Knock Hill. We've never tested at Knock Hill before, but actually, if you think about it, you're trying to find every little advantage.
Gotcha.
So later in the year when we go there, there'll be very few teams that will have tested there. So hopefully that's an advantage. You're looking for every little advantage you can get. Everything is in place this year for us as a team, with Trade Price Cars to do a good job. That's what we're trying to do. So now we're trying to maximise that opportunity. That's the key thing for us. And as you can see in the garage, the guys are working flat out, drivers are working flat out. They know how important it is. I've got a good feeling. There's a good buzz in the air.
Oh, there absolutely is. I think that's sort of gone on to us as a media team, tiptoeing around you guys. You've been really welcoming to us as a media team. So I'd like to thank you guys for that, especially. But really, thank you very much for your time. We've stolen you away from testing. I know you're really busy in there, so we'll let you get back. But really, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much. No, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks very much.